Hi, I'm Lisa Leiter. In Chicago Business Today, Virgin Hotels. In May, Chicago will welcome flights from British billionaire Richard Branson's Virgin America. And the city also eventually may host another Branson brand, Virgin Hotels. The chain is scouting locations downtown for its first hotel here. The venture plans to invest about $500 million in four-star hotels over the next few years in major U.S. cities. Albie Galoon broke the story in this week's print edition of Crain's, and we sat down to talk more about it. So Albie, Virgin Hotels was looking at the former Chicago Motor Club. Talks broke off. What happened?
Well, the Motor Club is in bankruptcy right now, and so the owner of the property needs to come up with a plan to restructure the property and try to pay off its creditors. And one of the owner's ideas was to bring in Virgin and redevelop the property into a hotel. That deal fell apart about a month ago, and so now it's uncertain as to the outcome of the building.
Virgin isn't talking, but what other locations do you think that they could be looking at if this one isn't going to work out?
Well, there are a lot of options in today's market. There's a lot of vacant office space out there. There are older vintage type office buildings that could be converted into a hotel. A quick way to get into the hotel market would be to buy an existing hotel and just rebrand it. And then, of course, there's ground up development, which is probably the riskiest option and would take the longest time.
Sure, the riskiest option. I mean, hotel construction virtually ground to a halt because of the financial and the real estate crisis. Now, the industry has come back a little bit, but is this a good time for Branson to pursue a new construction of a hotel, and is it a good place for him to do it?
If Virgin or the developer that would do this project can get construction financing, which is a big question because it's very hard to get construction financing these days. But if they can, you assume that it would take 1.5 to 3 years, depending on the project, to build it. By then, the market will be in pretty good shape, and by some projections, it'll be about where it was at the peak 3 years ago. So, in that respect, it could be a good time to do it.
And there are no other hotels virtually coming to market in the next couple of years, right? Because there hasn't been any construction.
Right. I mean, we've had a few additions in the last year or so of hotels that were started during the last boom, and it took 2 years to build them. But from this point on out, it's going to be a while.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll wait and see. Thanks so much, Albie.
Thank you.
And that's this edition of Chicago Business Today. You can read more on this story in this week's print edition or on chicagobusiness.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.